Okay, so today I am going to start about the analog multiplier using emitter coupled transistor pair. Now, to accomplish analog multiplication, let us first try to understand the concept. Suppose we are having two analog voltages Vx and Vy, then the output voltage should be proportional to the product of two voltages Vx into Vy divided by some reference value. The reference value can change from system to system. Here we are taking reference value as 10 volt. However, this being a non-linear device, the Vx should be less than V reference and Vy should also be less than V reference voltage. Now here we have this four quadrant operation. In this, what happens is, now the two input voltages, that is Vx and Vy, if both the voltages can have both the polarities positive and negative, then it is a four quadrant operation. It is a four quadrant operation. But if the voltages, if one of the voltage, say here you can see Vx can change between positive to negative, but Vy only positive value is allowed. So it is same. So it is a two quadrant operation because y can have only one value. Positive is allowed, whereas x can have positive to negative. So it is a two quadrant operation. Whereas here if we see that in this what happens, it is a single quadrant operation because x and y can have only positive values. Negative values are not allowed here. So these are the different quadrants of operation of an analog multiplier. Now this is the basic circuit of emitter coupled pairs. In this emitter coupled, you see two transistors are connected back to back and the emitter is coupled, and IW is the emitter bias current. Now the two collector currents are IC1 and IC2, and the voltage, differential voltage given is V1. Now it can be shown that IC1, that it can be shown that IC1 equal to IW by I plus e to the power minus V1 by Vt, and Vt is the thermal equivalent voltage of temperature. Now IC1 can be written by this expression, IC2 can be written by this expression, and the differential current is given as IC1 minus IC2, which can be written in this form, which after trigonometry, now using trigonometry, this can be proved that it comes out to be IW tan hyperbolic V1 by twice of Vt. However, if V1 is very less, if the term inside this bracket is very less, then we can simply write as a tan hyperbolic as directly proportional to V1 by twice Vt. Just note this. So we need not write tan h if V1 is much less than Vt, and this is the DC transfer characteristic curve. Now, so del IC is given by this, so we see that the differential current is proportional to V1. Now, next what we have to do is we have to make I double E this current as a function of another voltage V2. Then the multiplier operation will come. So, if we see, this is the modification in the circuit. This is just a kind of modulator. Here we see, here we have connected another circuit here. This is just a modulator. So according to this circuit, IW is approximately equal to K0. K0 is just a constant multiplied by V0 minus V2 minus VBE on. So it can be shown that IW is approximately equal to one constant K0 V2 minus VBE on. So del IC is approximately equal to, now we have already seen that del IC is approximately equal to this. So del I, so if we put this value of IW here, this IW value if we put here, we get del IC by this expression. So we see that VB is generally less, 0.7 volts. So if we ignore, then del IC is proportional to V1 into V2, product of two voltages. It is proportional. However, this circuit has two drawbacks mainly. One is that because of the presence of VBE on, so slight error will come, and another is V2 must always be positive. This V2 must always be positive, hence V1 can have positive or negative, but V2 must always be positive, so it is a two quadrant multiplier operation. So that is how this circuit works. Thank you.